Hey, what's up guys? I thought I would tell you what's going on exactly, both in terms of the PC and the future of this channel, and I figured since I can't really do my normal still image videos, I'm just going to play through a quick level, and I should be able to get everything out in that time. So the first thing is, I bought the motherboard for the computer. It should be here within the next week, but when it comes is honestly irrelevant because I don't have the cash to pay for the repairs. It's going to be like about $150 for the repairs, give or take a few dollars. I'm not going to be able to do that now. I might not be able to do it until June, honestly, because I've got a trip to pay for next month, and I initially planned to get some of those expenses out this month, but I kind of need to get the computer fixed sooner than later. The other thing is that I actually talked to my partnership network, and they're going to release me from the contract on the 2nd of July. So at that point, I'll be getting into the whole procedure of switching to Curse, which I don't know how long that will take. It could be... last time it was a few weeks, but I think with Curse it'll probably be a little shorter because, as far as I know, they don't need your bank account. They pretty much just pay you by PayPal. Kind of like my Patreon account that you guys helped me out with a little bit. So I don't know how long the transitional phase is going to be, but for now, I'm really not expecting to make much revenue off this. They did tell me that when they do release me from the contract, that they will they'll pay out whatever I have left, which is probably not going to be much at this point. But it'll be cool to have that. I could probably put that towards more upgrades or something. In terms of Onichan Bara, I have finished the game twice. What the plan has been is to make a speedrun ready file, which on that game requires playing through it pretty much, all the way through, all the modes and stuff like that, aside from casual mode, because you get rings that put you in the double trigger mode, like, permanently. The first one that you get makes it so that you drain health while you're in that mode, while you have it on. And the other one is like basically like Super Dante or Super Nero in the Devil May Cry games. But at the same time, I'm kind of burnt out on the game. I really enjoyed playing it. I definitely got my 20 bucks worth. But just the boss battles really bring that game down, in my opinion. I think the game sold pretty well, and I know that, Camsoft, they're actually able to make games on modest budgets, which in this day and age in the game industry is pretty rare. So I'm assuming that they're going to make another one. I hope that they'll find some better balancing to the boss battles. They're honestly pretty boring. Fighting them without taking damage pretty much revolves around just spamming parries or ultimate combinations. Like, you can dodge offset to the ultimate combination, and that kind of covers your back a little bit. But it's just like most of your moveset is pretty useless. Kind of why I kind of got burnt out on it. What I'm probably going to do is I will record most of my playthrough on violent mode, be it through stream or through a exclusive video. It kind of depends on how things go. Now this game has kind of been an interesting development. A friend of mine, Bro870, puts up a lot of videos for this game too. You should check him out. I can't link to his channel because I'm still stuck on PS4. So apparently he contacted their, social media rep or whatever, and they said that there might be a localization for this, which would be pretty cool. I could see it happening because, this game does not really have tons of text in it. It's pretty self-explanatory. I learned this game pretty much completely blind. The only, prior experience I had was just looking at the some of the endgame videos that people post, and, the little beginner's guide that they have on the site, which I ran through Google Translate. Gave me, kind of a rough idea of what I was doing. But that would be pretty cool. He also said that they mentioned kind of reducing the grind. I mentioned in my video a couple weeks ago that this game just has a nonsensical grind. Basically, it doesn't really have enough content to facilitate having a grind. That kind of stuff works in DFO and stuff like that, because DFO has over a decade of content at this point. Over 40 classes, 86 levels, a bunch of endgame content you can do. So the grind, as bad as it is, it makes more sense in that kind of format because there's so many different ways that you can approach it. Whereas here, you know, you can finish probably all 3 like modes of this in like a single day if you wanted to, barring the grind and stuff like that, some of the progression blockers. So I'm not sure what they're gonna do. If I find anything out, I'll keep you guys posted. It's definitely been one of the reasons why I have not been playing this game extensively, even though, you know, right now I'm very limited in terms of what I can play. Like, my backlog on Steam and stuff has pretty much been wiped because I can't access any of those games safely right now. The computer's still turned on, but it's just prone to turning off. I had that instance, you guys might remember if you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, you might remember when my fat PS3 died. It died like right when Dynasty Warriors 8 was saving. I lost that save. I had like over 100 hours in that save, so kind of got some PTSD towards kind of having the computer on or doing any kind of gaming when it's prone to turning off. But I still haven't been playing this much just because the grind is so bad. It doesn't really make any sense. It feels like they did it to try to facilitate people's spending money. Maybe they're like trying to do whale hunting or something, but I don't know how much of a whale he can really be on this game. It seems like, you know, most of the stuff is able to be, you know, obtained by just playing normally. They give you events and stuff like that. It doesn't really seem like, you know, DFO or something like a lot of those mobile games where, you know, people spend like thousands of dollars trying to get a rare character or something. This game doesn't really seem to have that. As far as I know, the only like major R&D thing that you can do that you can make faster with real money, I think, is like the weapon fusion or something like that. But even then, I think you can do that for free. So I don't know why they have the game structure. There's a lot of content already. You know, I think a lot of it is just the immense pressure that developers have to make games like this in this, you know, current standards. Because, you know, people are so obsessed with how long a game is. Like, you know, people don't want to play a game if it's not like 60 hours long or something like that. And what people don't realize is like 90% of the time it's just padded. Like, you know, you're in an open world going through the same location slowly over and over. You know, if you're playing like an open world MMO, you know, you're running through the area to kill the monsters. And it's not really meaningful content. But I think with this, it's just like they have pressure to put a lot of content in the game and try to drag it out because, I don't know, people just don't like beat-em-ups anymore. And I guess the old format of, you know, having an arcade game that you can finish in less than an hour, it doesn't really fly anymore. And Castle Crashers was the same way. Castle Crashers, I definitely consider that to be what revived the genre. I'm pretty underleveled, in case you're wondering why I'm dying. But that game pretty much revived the genre. That was a pretty long game. I remember it taking quite a while to get through the first playthrough. And you know, a lot of these other games, Dragon's Crown and other ones, that game, I wouldn't really call that game padded out. It had some mild padding. It was really only padded out if you were trying to get like optimized gear and stuff like that. And it's a shame that people don't want like arcade-based games anymore. Games with like rock-solid gameplay, you know, not padded out. You know, you can finish it in one sitting, whether you credit-free or not. It seems like that kind of stuff is just kind of going away with dinosaurs. It's really sad. Yeah, it's kind of why I put so much focus on those games on this channel, because I want people to know about them and maybe give them a chance. They're probably never going to be as popular as they were when I was growing up, but if I can make a small difference in these games, then I consider things to be a success. And when or if I get with the Curse Network, I'll definitely have more funds to do, you know, new games and stuff more often. I'm sure you realize that the selection of games has been pretty lackluster lately. That's just because I haven't had any money to get a lot of stuff. I kind of get things on sale. But like they told me, I looked on the site and it said it was going to be 30% more than what I'm making right now. I think it's going to end up being more than that because it's going to be, you know, I haven't been getting paid from these guys in months, so I think anything is going to be better than what I have right now. And I'm pretty excited for that. You know, I'm not expecting to make millions of dollars off it or anything, but I think it'll definitely open up some new avenues. I'll be able to get like PC updates and stuff like that. One of the nice things about whenever I do have the money to get the PC fixed, which could be quite a while, is that it'll be a lot easier for me to switch the parts out. If I'm switching from AMD to Intel. So now it's going to be a kind of a pain because they'll have to reinstall Windows and everything. But after the fact, I won't have to do that basically. Like I can just kind of change out the parts as I see fit. That's kind of the problem with this game, is just the way that the boss stagger system works. It's not as bad as Onichan Bar, where they just like don't stagger at all, no matter what. But it seems like the specials, of course they do more damage than your regular attacks that don't require the meter, but they seem to stagger them more often. So like the bosses kind of just devolve into spamming your specials as much as possible. Like when I first got the PS4 and I was looking into playing this, how viable it would be and stuff like that, I looked for some endgame footage and I couldn't figure out why. Like I must have watched like a couple dozen videos over a couple weeks. I couldn't figure out why everyone was just spamming specials normally. I thought that there would be like at least one person that would, you know, play like me and try to explore the combo system and stuff like that. No one was doing it. I figured out after I played it that that's pretty much the most optimal way to play. And even if you do stagger a boss, like the gravity kicks in really fast. You can't like relaunch them under any circumstances, at least from what I've seen. So you get kind of limited in terms of like what you can do. I have tried to find combos on bosses and it seems to be pretty difficult. It seems like each character has like one move in particular that will stagger them more often, and you can get a little bit off that, but I guess they made it that way to facilitate having, you know, 4 people playing at once online, while, you know, everybody having crazy combos and stuff. I think they could have implemented it a little better. Maybe add like a team stun mechanic or something like that, where, you know, you can wail on them for a couple seconds and then they get their armor back. And, that's another reason why I haven't been playing this. There's not really a whole lot of stylish application or possibilities aside from just fighting the normal enemies and stuff like that. But that's what's going on right now. I just thought I'd give you guys an update. So basically, I have ordered the motherboard. I don't know when it will come. It kind of doesn't matter. I don't have the funds to pay them right now. Basically, I have to pay them for the labor, which is going to be $105. And then since they're switching from AMD to Intel, and the motherboard is the last remnant of the pre-built computer, they're going to have to reinstall Windows, which means backing up everything, which would be another $40. So we're looking at about $145, $150 roughly to get it done. I don't think I'll be able to do it next month unless by some miracle my current network pays me. Then maybe I can manage it. It's still going to be tight, so I don't know when I'm going to have a computer again, which makes things difficult because Ninja Turtles comes out right before I leave for vacation, and I can get that on PS4. It's just the issue is that you know, the other people that play Platinum games on Twitch and stuff, like Half Coordinated, Teaminator 64, Laser Long, all those guys, they're all PC gamers, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to get it on PC if I actually want to play it this month. So I'll let you guys know what happens. Anyway, see you guys later. Peace.